Welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. Plans are afoot for South Africa to create its own expanded DNA database to help in criminal investigations, but ethical questions continue to linger. Engineering News Senior Deputy Editor Irma Venter joins me to look at the initiative. Irma, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Chanel.
The DNA Project, an NGO, is pushing for South Africa to create an expanded DNA database. What is the current status of our DNA database, and how does this compare with that of other countries?
Well, at the moment, we have a very, very meager DNA database. It's got less than 130,000 samples. And compare that to the US, where there's more than 6.4 million DNA database samples. So why ours is so small is there was never been legislation compelling the police to collect DNA samples at crime scenes and from suspects and from those convicted of crimes. So we have this very small database. Most of it is actually also unknown samples. It's samples collected at crime scenes. So there's no actual real reference samples, in other words, a list of people where you can match the unknown DNA to this person and create a list of suspects for a specific criminal case. So it's not like that CSI TV drama, that US TV drama where you see they feed DNA into a database and an hour later pops up a match to saying who was at that specific crime scene. So we don't have that. We don't have that ability.
And how will the expanded DNA database work, and will we all be on it?
Well, there are a lot of questions around it, and no doubt the lawyers are going to have a field day thrashing this out, because are we all 50 million of us going to be on this DNA database? And what about ethical questions then? I mean, do you want to be on a DNA database if you've never committed a crime? And what if you're arrested? Are you then arrested for murder? Can your DNA go on a DNA database? That would make sense. But what if you're arrested for speeding? Do you then want to end up on a national expanded DNA database? So no doubt there's going to be a field day with this happening, but we'll leave that to the lawyers. At the moment, it seems like most people agree that those convicted of a crime will end up on a DNA database. So if you are already a murderer or a rapist or whatever, you're in jail, police will go and collect a DNA database and put that on this DNA sample and put this on the DNA database. This makes a lot of sense in South Africa because we have one of the highest incidents of repeat offences in the world. So in other words, if somebody committed a murder, it's highly likely that he's committed another crime. And if his DNA was collected from that other crime way back, then it would be easy to catch him for the murder that he committed now.
And how will the DNA Project take this forward, and is it being considered at a parliamentary level?
We're talking about the criminal law Forensic Procedures Amendment Bill. It's quite a mouthful. So that is being considered and mulled by Parliament at the moment, but it's likely to be redrafted, which is a bit sad. It's going to delay the process. But the reason why it's going to be delayed is that there were two features in there. One was fingerprint, one was DNA. But the police now this year gained access to the Departments of Transport and Home Affairs fingerprint database, which is actually a bit of a shock that they only gained access this year. But anyway, that's been sorted out now, so that has to be taken out of the bill as it stands at the moment in front of Parliament, and with only then the DNA remaining, and for Parliament to mull over this. The Parliamentary Committee has just completed a study tour to Canada, so hopefully we'll see this process speed up now, and hopefully we'll see that South Africa will also have an expanded DNA database soon, which I think will really help in the fight against crime.
Thank you. That is the show for this week. Thank you for watching, and join us again next week for more news analysis.